So I made that video last night, and I want to say thanks. I'm really I'm touched by the responses that I got. I think that, we realize that we all struggle, right? Everybody struggles, and that's definitely not unique. And one of the things I do want to make a video on at some point is just about addiction and how it's not always the really harmful stuff. But anyways, so I'm real thrown off because it's been over 2 years since I rescued a dog, and it was actually on my mind how I wasn't allowed to do any rescue when I first got sober because it was such a triggering thing for me. And I know that word trigger is used and abused all the time, but when we're talking about this specifically, we definitely have to watch those things. So my last rescue I looked was almost 2.5 years ago. So I've done pretty well. But now I have a puppy in the bedroom with Monty Man. So I woke up and I've got this list of things that just went through my head last night after making that video. And as of right now, I'm now 6 days away from being 4 complete years sober from alcohol. Hi, my name is Julia, and I am an alcoholic. So the thing that was really on my mind today was this. And as you can see, it's beautiful. The dogs have eaten the corners off. Makes pretty good sense. But this feelings wheel, and I will find a link to it, and when I share the video, I will share that link as well. There's probably a ton of different variations of this, and stick with me because I know this seems very like, what does this matter? But this was the thing that really has stuck with me. And if you look at it, let's see if I can get in here. When we're looking at this middle section, I kept referring to anger, and that was my big thing right here. I sat right here with anger. So we have these emotions that pop up fast, right? And then we step back and we dig a little bit deeper, and we look at, okay, I'm angry, but anger is not the actual emotion that I'm feeling. What led to that anger? And I'm going to read some of those. So the first ones right here are things like I was hurt. I felt hateful. I felt frustrated. These are ones that are typically mine. You will definitely have different ones. And I felt distant. And then we go into the nitty gritty. Let's really break down what was happening. And this, I found, for me, happens in a split second. I jump directly over and it would hit angry. And then I have to step back and say, what is it? And I'm trying to think if it was on this one, because one of my big ones is disappointment. Disappointment shuts me down very, very fast. And it's something that I have to work on a lot about, especially if I get excited about something or my expectations are up about something and it doesn't happen, being disappointed. I'd have to find out where that's even on here. It's got to be on here somewhere. But okay, so those smaller ones, what is it? This was huge for me. This was huge. And being able to admit this out loud was game changer, is to be able to say I was embarrassed. I can remember the day I said it. They were out when I still had a swimming pool, and I was just learning about all this, and I was real worked up about something, and I was just hot mess express. And I stopped because I was so angry, and I looked at the guy and I said, oh, it was when I was getting the pool filled in, and they didn't tell me what to do, and I'd done something wrong, and it set me off. I got angry that I didn't do it right. And I stepped back and I looked at the guy and I said, hey, I'm really embarrassed right now that I didn't know. And he said, totally cool. This was not a problem. We're going to work on it. So being able to identify it and say it out loud to the other person versus just, which is what I like to do, is just be angry. Insecure, resentful, jealous. Let's see what else is on here that I'm pretty good at. Oh, irritated. We like to joke that I get pre-annoyed. So like, there's no reason. I'm already annoyed, pre-annoyed, so irritated. And that's kind of where I sit. But so a lot of these I really don't ever feel, but being able to step back from that, and the opposite side, which I don't spend as much time looking at, like the happy, but right, sitting here right now, I just realized this would be a great thing to focus on, because listen to some of these. Inspired. I feel open. Why am I happy? I feel sensitive. That can be a wanted or an unwanted feeling. Hopeful. I feel loving. Oh, I feel courageous. I feel respected, confident, amused, liberated. I mean, these are not things that I felt until my 40s, or knew that I was feeling. And my friends' kids have this pillow. My best friends have this pillow. Let me know if you want this pillow and I'll get some ordered. Powerful stuff. Dig in as we peel that onion back and we look at, why am I reacting the way I'm reacting? It tells us so much about ourselves, especially when it does come to addiction, drinking, smoking, overeating, sleeping, whatever those things are. Why am I reacting the way I react? And I did it once in the moment, and maybe I regret the way I acted, but being able to break these down helps me do it different the next time. Do it better. Say out loud, I made a mistake because I was acting within here without recognizing these things. All right, guys, I got to get back to my puppy. Good night.